What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So we're here today with the Expanse Season 4, Episode 8 reaction, and the One-Eyed Man. Now, the One-Eyed Man, what could that possibly mean? What could that possibly be about? Well, mythologically speaking, Odin. That's what comes to my mind. But besides that, I'm not actually quite sure. So the One-Eyed Man, that could literally be anything. Quite frankly, we could be going anywhere with this. Now, obviously, in the last episode, we had the slugs, monsters, whatever you want to describe them as, just kind of appear, which is kind of fun, honestly. It was kind of just pretty neat. It was pretty neato in the grand scope of things. But at large, I have to say, though, that I don't actually know how that's going to go down because they're not in... They are an obstacle. Like, don't get me wrong, they are an obstacle, and obviously I think the solution will come through Miller and Holden, or more specifically Holden, I guess. But I feel like Miller has a large part to do with it. But I'm not actually quite sure how that situation is going to be resolved because they're all inside the cave. They're all infected. The bugs, the slugs are all over, and they're all infected with the eye thing. And I think ultimately it's going to come down to Holden is the savior, as he pretty much always is. But I don't know in which form, and I don't know how exactly that's going to go down. So I'm actually very much intrigued to see how it's going to go down, quite frankly. So, and on the other side of the world, you had Avasarala try and act with the I guess you want to call it the pacifist approach. Didn't quite work yet. Should have just blown it all up, but that's obviously easy to say in hindsight because I would have most certainly not done that. Yeah. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. Season 4, Episode 8. Let's hop right into this episode and see what this episode has in store for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Team with limited intel and not enough time to prepare. My Marines paid the price.
Hindsight doesn't change what we see.
That is
12 soldiers. Dozens of innocent civilians died to boost your poll numbers.
Didn't hold back at all. Didn't hold back at... I have to say, that was short and to the point. And you know what? Considering that I would have done exactly what Avasarala would have done, I'm like, I get both sides, but I still think they should... First time we focus on Fred Johnson in a long time.
It's good to see you.
You promised to hold your temper.
I did.
How are you gonna be like that?
Sabaka for mama. You sold us out.
Would have backed us. The video he is now broadcasting is going to rally thousands.
Yes,
of
exactly.
to his side.
Exactly.
Your bullshit statement blaming the
It's
UN
gonna further
will
that.
rally thousands more. You turned Marco into a goddamn hero.
I trusted you with my vote, and you chose to let him go. I was cleaning up your mess.
You're putting this on me?
You weren't there. She cast the right vote. She saw the larger picture unfolding.
He's a green. I like that.
And she made the correct decision. Difficult.
He's a green.
That's exactly what I did.
More problems to solve.
I actually really like this dynamic, I have to say. One by one, they're slowly all dying. Except Holden. Except Holden.
I'll let you know when we connect the ships.
Okay.
Like, if you're Holden, you're probably wondering, like, did I do the right thing? Was Miller actually telling me to do the right thing? Because so many people seemingly have died because of my actions.
Holden? That you?
Slugs in every tunnel now, nowhere safe.
Get him off me! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Don't freak out like that.
Easy, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Yeah, if you're going blind and...
Easy.
Damn, this is a predicament and a half. You're going blind. There are slugs everywhere that if you touch it, they'll kill you. I'm just hoping Amos is gonna be okay, honestly. Holden, I know, will be fine, but I'm hoping Amos will be okay as well.
Don't keep coming.
Yep, they're all starting to lose it.
Did you get you anything?
Understandable, they're all starting to lose it. He's got that crazy look in his eyes. They all have that crazy look in his eyes. In their eyes.
Asking you to leave them. I'm asking you to help us. When we leave here,
We all live together.
all leaving together. I'm the one-eyed man, king.
The one-eyed man, eh?
Thank you.
The one-eyed man is king. That's what the title is referring to. That's probably also referring to like a book or a poem or something. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. That sounds way too much like a actual poem or something.
Yeah, sure.
This feels like a different world almost. I mean, different. I mean, it's a different planet, but not quite different world. But that's what it feels like.
Get it.
Is that a problem?
I'm fine with that.
What about her?
Good. I'll give you all
A
instructions.
large reason for
tomorrow.
her actually joining this job and getting the money was for a comfortable life with her and her boyfriend.
If easy money isn't your thing, three-way split's better than four, so.
Can we just like Am I asking too much? Am I asking something too gruesome? I don't know. But I'm asking for it, okay? I'm asking for it regardless.
Here we go.
This just feels like such a predicament. Like we've had tons of scenarios like this. Let me rephrase that. We've had tons of difficult predicaments in this show so far. But this one, by a significant margin, feels like the worst predicament they've ever been in.
Out of money net. Jesus Christ! Stop!
I can't lose you.
Was that just him freaking out? I don't know. The way that, I mean, it was just the light, of course, but like the way the eyes looked.
I've been looking for
It
you.
looked
I
like-
checked every bar on the station.
A drink when I'm angry.
It looked like he was transformed.
Come on, I understand why you quit.
If I'd offer you the job of running this place, kid.
Yeah, he did,
And I refused.
but I declined. I have more pressing matters.
Like what?
He
I am going to hunt down Marco and kill him.
well,
Interesting way to start.
well.
The longer Marco lives, the more followers he will recruit,
stronger.
and the more our nation and our
I see where this is going.
mission. I am going to need a good exo. The job is yours. If you want.
Okay. Sure I do. Sure I do. Say it. This is one of this. Is this the first episode where we've like switched between all viewpoints, like New Terra, Illis, I guess if you want to call it that, Earth, Mars, and
Can I help you?
I'm sorry. I'm looking for Isai Martin.
Who is it, honey?
Isai.
Hey, take any more.
I see his point. I actually see. It's a very understandable point.
No. You don't.
He's always been in control. It's the first time he's not in control.
It's okay if you're scared. They ain't how we go out.
That's all I ever
Look at Murder just smiling like, haha, that's all up to you now. We're blind. We can't do anything. We're just sitting here in our corner, just sitting in the corner.
Wait, what?
Your eye fluid.
What can we do to find out?
Because of Miller? That's what I've been thinking. Oh no, no,
This is the only.
no.
You need a little fluid. to
Oh
analyze.
no.
Just don't go in too far.
Good safety.
Oh no. Oh, screw that. Oh,
All right, I got some.
for those of you guys that know, I'm not squeamish at all. Like, I'm the kind of person that a syringe, no issue. But anything to do with the eye, I'm automatically out.
So full of oncocytals.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, better take regular injections.
Should have said so.
The anti-cancer meds are what is killing the organisms.
It all seems too good to be true right now, so I'm like hesitant, cautious, not optimistic, pessimistic.
I know each of these Marines was special to you. But I don't know why. Only you do. My son, Chernobyl, was a Marine. He was also killed by the OPA. When he died, all I wanted to know was who was responsible.
Yeah.
Who was the person I could hate?
I was responsible.
To blame. And I understand how all of you feel.
I just got everything.
Space waffles.
Stop buying into the bullshit. Look around you. The dream of Mars is dying.
Now,
So stealing and getting yours, that's the answer.
now she's thrown at him. Damn, you should have just eaten the waffles.
I will. I hope he's still here too.
That was kind of spiteful. That was... Yeah, that was kind of really spiteful. At least you've got the... Smart play. She's got the waffles now all to herself.
Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson.
Yeah.
Big men with big dreams.
What are you going to do then?
Stay out of politics.
Interesting choice. Very, very interesting choice. Now I hope Ashford... I hope Ashford survives, alright? He's obviously let down that she isn't joining him. It's actually... They've had such a weird relationship that I'm sad it's been torn up and broken up.
She just has it on herself, and her eyesight's already coming back.
Nice!
Forever to treat everyone.
Please tell me there are no side effects.
I didn't think you could pull it off.
Yeah, well, I am your captain, aren't I? I am your Oh, don't tell me Merch is going to do something
I
stupid.
can say I took you in a fight.
Condemned the media for the irresponsible release of classified information and said that an investigation of the security breach is currently underway.
Well, our survival support should be rising. She hasn't seen it, has she yet? She should be informed about it right
I
away.
said I want to be alone.
Did you leak the images from New Terra?
Yes,
You said the last thing you wanted to do was unnecessarily scare the planet.
be done.
You used our son's death for political
That's-
advantage.
Exactly. He's got every right to be furious with that one.
What I said about
That
Chernobyl,
was true.
that wasn't a lie.
Again, as I said earlier, I understand all the situations. I truly do. In all the places. Mars, Earth, everywhere. And because I'm so conflicted on all of them, I'm really liking it. I would be covering up my whole face, I'll be honest. I would not, definitely not be like Amos right here. Is that eerie music? Is it? Where have you been?
Where the hell have you been?
You know what I said? Was it last episode or was it 2 episodes ago? One of those two. I said the episodes haven't really had a dramatic cliffhanger, right? They've kind of just ended in the middle of, what I felt was like the middle of the episode. This was like the first cliffhanger, like season 2, season 3 cliffhanger. Because I have no idea what this means. can't even speculate on it. Like, felt like he was glitching out of the system almost, but I don't know what that could mean. What does it mean when a projection is glitching out of the system? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know, however, is that I liked the episode. I liked all the different conflicts. It felt like almost like a. I mean, that's what the episode should have been called. Conflict episode. You know, you had Amos with his internal conflict. You had Holden with essentially being in charge, the only one being the one-eyed man. When everyone is blind, the one-eyed man is king, eh? As Murtry, so that has to be from like a poem or something. But like, you know, that was obviously a huge thing. Then on the other side of the world, you had in Mars, there are various conflicts going on there. Bobby obviously being at the center of all these conflicts and all these conflicting ideas, almost, if you want to say. That's what conflict really is. But yeah, when I say conflict, I don't mean like conflicts between people. I mean like internal conflict as well, of course. So we had that with Bobby as well. We had that on Earth with Abasarala as well, who was just like, I thought she didn't know about the new Terra images, I'll be totally honest. I thought like she was just like mourning, grieving, so on and so, and someone else like leaked it, but she played the game. Nancy Gao was like, oh yeah, Abasarala. That speech that she said, you know, she was able to admit that she was at fault. That was very brave of her, very respectable, and she was like, yeah, that's all. She didn't push for it. Like, she could have felt like, oh yeah, that's not good enough. The fact the people still died. Like, she could have definitely pushed that. But she's like, you know what, I have enough respect for you. And then she's like, oh, okay, I'm leaving. What about the new Terra images? She's like, oh shit, what? Like, what? It's like a what? So I must have rather played that game, and you could say that she's turning nasty. She's turning. You could say that, right? But there was this key phrase that just came to my mind from season 1. What was the guy's name? I think like the Graph. I think I might be thinking of a footballer right here, but I think it was the Graph. In season 1, like the friend of hers that ultimately then committed suicide, that was from the Martian emissary. He said it best. She will do whatever it takes to win. Whatever it takes to win, and that's what scares us. That's what scared him so much about her. That's very clear. That's very clearly being shown here. That she will do whatever it takes. Her son's death, she will use that for political gain. And you know, I totally understand her. You know, her husband being like, you use our son's death for political gain. And she's like, well, I was telling the truth, but he's like, that's not. You're missing the point here. Context matters. Right? Context matters. I can tell you the truth that. I don't know. I can't think of anything right, but I could tell you the truth about something. But I'm using it to manipulate you. Context matters at all times, and that's exactly what's going on here. Context matters. Now, the two good pieces of news, honestly, are what happened on New Terra, on Illis, with the consummates being the, I guess we're gonna call it an antidote of the. I don't know whether it's an antidote or more like a repressant. Antidote would imply that, you know, they're now permanently good. They won't lose their sight permanently. That's what, you know, the antivirus, I guess, whatever you want to call it, would be. But like a repressant would just mean that like they're gone for now, but it's going to return, and you have to constantly keep taking those anti-cancer medications. So I don't actually know which one it could possibly be. I guess only time will tell. Amos, he freaked me out a little bit this episode. I guess it's because he's always in control as a character. He's always in control. He's always like, yeah, I trust myself enough to be able to do with anything. But now in this situation, he had to actually trust Holden. He couldn't do it by himself, and I think that's kind of what scared him. Obviously, not being able to choose his own death as well kind of scared him as well. So it's funny considering that, like, I think last season, was it last season or was it the early this? I think it was end of last season. He said, "I've never been scared in my life." No, it was this season. It was definitely this season. He said, "I've never been scared in my life." Well then, I think you were scared just then. You didn't say I've never been scared in my life. You said like I've never been scared since I was young. So that's really what it boiled down to. But yeah, overall, I quite enjoyed this episode. I have to say though, it felt like everything went well, and that's my issue. Everything went well. Is that going to be a permanent thing? I can't say. I don't know. Generally with this show, I've learned that when things go well, things will go bad. Honestly, on the OPA side, you had Ashford now being on his own, drummer walking away. I've also mentioned that I think we were introduced to Fred Johnson this episode, reintroduced to Fred Johnson this episode because she will take over and Fred Johnson's going to die. I don't think that's the case anymore because she seems to be walking away from all of this. She says that she doesn't want to have anything to do with politics, so I think she's going to be walking away from all of this. So forget what I said earlier. 2 episodes left of the season. Granted, these seasons they would still end it with a cliffhanger, right? Granted, these seasons are, you know, taken over from the books, so on and so forth, but like they would still try and have a season, try and have a cliffhanger for the end of the season. So I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing what we'll see in the final 2 episodes. Bobby obviously had a huge conflict because she doesn't know whether everything she's done was for nothing or whether it actually had her life essentially had a purpose, and she kind of snapped. Poor Waffles. Poor Waffles having to see this argument. I just want them in my stomach now. I'm gonna get myself some waffles. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be seeing you all in the next one, everybody. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.